Welcome to week 2. This week covers ethical in criminal justice research and general issues in research design, chapters 3 and 4 from Maxfield. These are two of the most important chapters in the course, so give them the time that they deserve. Week 2 module has two main folders, lessons and assignments, as does every weekly module. In your lessons folder, start with week 2 video introduction lecture. I use it to flag what I think matters most for these chapters, especially the parts that show up on exams and in the FRP. The folder also has a set of 4 documentary-style videos in ethics cases, Stanford Prison Experiment, Milgram, Tuskegee, and Tea Room Trade. I strongly recommend watching at least 2 of them, if not all. Reading about ethics is one thing. Seeing what actually happens to real people when research ignored ethical principles is something else entirely. It'll stick with you. You'll also find the Belmont Report and the Nuremberg Code as primary source documents. Read them. They are short and they're the foundation of everything IRBs do today. There's also a couple of sample IRB forms so you can see what an actual human subject application looks like. In assignments, you have the week 2 exam, 20 questions, 2 attempts, same format as week 1. For the discussion board, you'll pick one question from chapter 3 and one from chapter 4. For chapter 3, both questions deal with research ethics in real scenarios. If you pick the sex offender registry question, the key is not just listing ethical principles, but explaining whether public accessibility resolves the ethical concern, and I want you to explain why. If you pick the informed consent dilemma with the police study, push past the obvious answer. There's no clean solution. I want to see you wrestle with the trade-offs. For chapter 4, both questions are about causality and validity. If you're doing the body-worn camera question, which I recommend, don't just define internal construct and external validity. Explain the specific threat in the specific scenario. What exactly could explain a 30% reduction in use of force reports that has nothing to do with the cameras? That's the kind of thinking I'm looking for. FRP Reminder 2 is in the week 2 module. This week, it focuses on the introduction section of your proposal, the background, significant, and problem statement. Start drafting even if it's rough. Getting words on the page early is the difference between a strong final submission and a panicked one. See you next week.